India-EU water management cooperation will benefit millions. How India-EU water management cooperation is going to address India's water challenges in a holistic and integrated way. Why is it a real priority for India to tackle its water challenges? Has distribution of fresh water imbalanced spatially and temporally in India? How inefficiently fresh water is managed in India? What measures needs to be taken for effective management of fresh water? GS Paper 1, Distribution of Key Natural Resources Across the World. What is the context about? The Union Cabinet has recently given its approval for the signing Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) between India and European Union in the field of water resources. The MOU envisages strengthening technological, scientific and management capabilities of India and EU in field of water management on basis of reciprocity, equality and mutual benefit. Under it, exchange of experiences and cooperation will take place between India and EU to strengthen and further develop cooperation in the field of water management. It provides technical exchange on water issues including on integrated water resource management plans, within river basins and through study visits. How India-EU water management cooperation is going to address India's water challenges in a holistic and integrated way. Europe want to share the insights to support the rejuvenation of the Ganga, an iconic river in India, as well as India's other river basins. Europe is having well-planned framework of laws and systems based on the Water Framework Directive adopted in 2000, and the management of river basins, many of them cross-boundary in nature, by interstate river basin authorities. European new initiatives to move towards a more circular economy, where nothing is wasted and where materials are recycled and reused as long as possible, will also boost water reuse and the technology needed for it. The Memorandum of Understanding with India gives it the opportunity to exchange experiences on water law and governance, promote research and innovation and encourage sustainable commercial involvement. EU-India cooperation in the area of natural water treatment systems as well as new technologies for the treatment of wastewater throwing up several low-cost options. Why is it a real priority for India to tackle its water challenges? India, with 2.5% of the world's land area, but 17.5% of its population, has been going deeper into the ground for water to sustain its people. The water and sanitation requirements of its growing population are largely unmet. Has distribution of fresh water imbalanced spatially and temporally in India? The Ministry of Water Resources has estimated that with 2.5% of global land mass, India has 4% of the world's freshwater resources. The Central Water Commission estimated that the Ganga-Brahmaputra-Meghna basin with 33% of the landmass had 60% of total water flows. The western coastline with 3% of the area had another 11%. This left just 29% of water resources in the remaining 64% of the area in peninsular India where drought is common and farmer suicides routine. How inefficiently fresh water is managed in India. Most rainfall is received over a relatively short duration during the monsoon. This leads to temporary flooding. Huge amounts of surface water quickly drain into the sea. The biggest culprit is agriculture that accounts for 80% of all freshwater usage. Flood irrigation, prevalent in more than 95% of the irrigated area, damages both ecology and farm economics. Farmers at the tail end of major command systems receive delayed and deficient supplies, while those upstream use the grossly underpriced water wastefully. The drilling rig and electric pump revolution has permanently depleted groundwater reserves in several areas, with water and power subsidies compounding the problem through inefficient use of a scarce resource. What measures needs to be taken for effective management of fresh water? A time-bound plan to bring the entire cropped area under controlled irrigation, sprinklers, underground pipes and other water conservation devices should be undertaken. Policy coordination is essential to improve the management of the country's scarce water resources. Need to shift from monocrop procurement system to multi-crop, so that farmers divert themselves to water-extensive crops. Need to rationalize subsidy over electric pumps and fertilizers whose overuse affects groundwater quantity and quality. Need to strengthen national hydrology project with real-time data availability of water resources to be used and not to be used for better surrounding ecology management. Mushrooming of check dams in rain-fed rivers so that water can be made stayed on surface for longer time. Water treatment technique as what India signed agreement with Israel, if bring timely can solve huge problem of water usage. Need to bring water under one ministry so that its efficacy can be checked properly and timely and policies can be implemented effectively. Need to sensitize people regarding its efficient usage, conservation and harvesting techniques.